So moving on to the basic definitions. First we'll see what is input offset voltage. So they are very important. Input offset voltage, as I have said before, input offset voltage is the voltage that must be applied between the two input terminals. So this is our op-amp and we have here two input terminals. One is inverting and non-inverting. See, it is an IC. It is an integrated circuit which has many transistors and resistors inside it. Everything is been packed and it is brought up as an IC. Since there are many passive elements, so some voltages will be stored in these passive elements. So if you don't give any input also, ideally how the op amp should be, when I'm giving zero input for both the input terminals, then the output should be zero. That is how it should work. But when you do practically, you can see without giving any input, we have some voltage at the output. Okay, that we call as offset. What this output voltage will do, it will be keeping on adding to the whatever the output we get. It will increase. Now you think we are getting the output as 3 volts. This offset voltage also will get added to it and it will become some like 3.1 volts. Some error will be there. So we have to make this output voltage 0. So what they will do, to make that output voltage 0, some voltage will be applied to the input. So that we call it as input offset voltage. Okay, input offset voltage is the voltage that must be applied between the two input terminals of an op-amp to null the output. That is important. Okay, to make the output 0. So in the figure there is an op-amp here. We have an MU741 op-amp where 3 and 2 are the input terminals and the resistors are 10 kilo ohm. Okay, and here we are giving two inputs here, VDC1 and VDC2. Two inputs are given at the input to make the output 0. Okay, some small voltage is given to make the output 0. So in the figure, it represents the source resistance. We denote input offset voltage as VI0. Okay, V input offset voltage. This voltage could be positive or negative. Therefore, its absolute value is listed. Okay, we'll give what its value is. So minimum when we do practically, it should be nearly 150 microvolts. Okay, that is the precision op-amp value is 150 microvolts. So whenever you write the definition, you have to write its value also, depending upon. Okay, for a 741C, the maximum value is 6 millivolt DC. The smaller the value of VIO, the better the input terminals are matched. For instance, for precision op-amp, okay, very precise it is, will get very good output, means its offset voltage will be nearly 150 microvolts. That means it is very good. Okay, it can be taken for the getting the precise values, we can use it. But practically it will be nearly 6 millivolts. So whatever we do, okay, if you get this input offset voltage as 6 millivolts, so that much voltage is required to make the output 0. That is the meaning of that. We have to put this figure also where two inputs are applied. Okay, two inputs are applied to make the output 0. So defining this input offset voltage VI0. That is one. These are the characteristics of op-amp practically. Okay, ideally the characteristics are different. This is the practically. First one is input offset voltage. Next one is input offset current. What is this? The algebraic difference between the currents into the inverting and non-inverting terminals is referred to as input offset current. It is the difference between the currents entering the inverting and non-inverting terminals. Since these inverting and non-inverting terminals are the base of a transistor, so we represent it as IB1 minus IB2. So two base currents are there. One is IB1 and IB2. The difference between them, and you have to take the magnitude. If you get negative, you have to avoid it. So you have to take the magnitude of the difference between IB1 minus IB2. That is called as input offset current. So what is IB1? It is the current into the non